I guess the sleigh scene is different, which is totally fine by me. I'm always down to play more of the sleigh scene because it's always just funny. Saki, jump on! It's just so dumb. The instant they passed by, Urasaki reached out her hand and pulled Saki up. She climbed over the edge and tumbled back into the back of the sleigh. But the sleigh didn't slow down. It slid through the air right past us. Hey, Club Prez! Only Saki has gotten on, you know! By the way, she's the one actually riding around still. The sleigh flew around above us like a roller coaster. The fuck? What do you mean? Apparently vexed that she had let Saki get away, Takahara-san quickly ordered her subordinates to close in on us. Uh-oh. That'd be amazing if we were just left. Hey, do you think this is a dream or reality? I asked Alice the thing we'd all been wondering about. In this ridiculous situation where a weird engagement party was being held, and Santa's sleigh was flying around, and there were guys making a ruckus about Christmas being canceled. I thought maybe she would say something about that being a stupid question, but... You're damn right. She said with an expression full of confidence. Then it'll be whatever I wish it to be. Did that even apply? Did that apply even if this was reality? Like he does the chin thing. Alice said it so matter-of-factly that she must have believed it was true. Even if this was a dream, if I wished for it to be reality, it would be. Yeah, but that's kind of going into skeevy Maya territory, and I don't like it. That was the kind of wish-granting world this was. Then it sounds like we should make our escape as well. Yeah, we kind of were just talking while they were like slowly encroaching on us. Despite Takahara-san's words, I no longer felt any hesitation. So long as it was Alice and me, we would be okay. Nothing wrong with being carefree. You'll put too much pressure on yourself if you're so serious all the time. All I had to do in this world was believe I could do it. The sleigh came around above us, but the angle made it unlikely that we'd be able to just slide in like Saki did. Alright, Alice and I looked at each other and nodded before starting to climb the fence. See you later! Takahara-san quickly approached us, but we were already on top of the fence. Damn, we were fast. Well then, Takahara-san, sweet dreams. We just gonna...
Happy Merry Christmas!
What's our plan here? Then we jumped over the fence. I was gonna say, are we jumping? We were doing just as Maya had done. Well, I surrendered myself to the air as I thought that. That's dangerous juju right there. Even as she said this, Club Prez flew next to us, seeming to have realized what we were going to do beforehand, because it's Yayoi, and she's a very, very, very smart woman. Come on, this is nothing! This isn't the first time I've fallen out of the sky. Saki reached out of the back, but I couldn't reach her hand. Alice, reach out your hand here. Her Saki raised her voice in a near scream. I managed to get a hold of Saki's hand, but I wasn't in the sleigh. Alice suddenly looked straight into my eyes. Shut up, stupid. We're going to enjoy Christmas together. You promised, didn't you? Didn't you? That we'd go on a date after this? Even if I have to beg Saki, I'll make her agree. I reached out. Damn, this is like intense. I told you, when I'm with you as you are now, you make my heart race. What's wrong with wanting to hang out with a girl like that? Ugh!
そうなんだ。だけどそれだけ下心とか見た目だけで誘ってくれてるのかな
What was she saying at a time like this? I want to go out with you! Damn! Right there?
そっか。
Right there? Shit, man. So, you know what? I guess you have a story to tell your kids one day. So you and your mother and I were, your mother and I, your mother and I were falling in a dream. And suddenly the distance between us shrank. Our fingers touched, our palms met, and I firmly took hold of her hand.
兄さん、こっち。先輩、ちょっとこっちも気にしてください。
I feel like all my attention is directed over here. Saki grabbed my leg. Arasaka hurriedly grabbed my other leg. The sleigh lost its balance with the sudden weight shift.
みんな、落ちちゃダメよ。
I can barely control this thing. Damn, that was pretty intense. Club Press sounded like she was genuinely panicking for once as she tilted the sleigh to catch us. Then we rose into the sky all at once. Is this gonna be... Okay, so the actual sleigh scene is the same. Oh my god, dude. That was insane. Alright, well, at least we got that little bit. And then I'm gonna guess where it'll... the next part will be after the sleigh scene. And... Kaiko. Remember when we all drank? That's where we are now. I thought it would have been a little different after the sleigh scene as well, but guess not. I couldn't remember what had happened after that at all. I seriously couldn't remember, but at least I was in bed with my clothes on. The same clothes I'd been wearing. Why is he sighing? Oh my god, brain. Slightly relieved, I propped myself to sit up. But I grabbed something soft. Oh, Jesus. It was squishy, and my fingers sank in a little, and just as I was wondering what it was...
いやー、トルテバ。
Are you still, like, super drunk? Oh no, the music. Even the... With a giggle, Alice squirmed as though it tickled. My hand had landed on Alice's chest. I hurriedly let go, but Alice must have been half asleep since she didn't seem to notice. I woke up all at once, but since I had still had some alcohol in me, I felt dizzy. Moonlight streamed in from the open curtains. It was just like that night in the forest. No! Even though that dream was over. I collected my senses before my mind wandered to darker thoughts and forced myself to sit up. All right. When I looked around the room again, it was a minor disaster. Dude, we had a party. I didn't know who took them out, but blankets and other bedding items were strewn all over the place. I was relieved that the heater was on, so it wasn't cold, though I was a little curious about Club Prez's legs sticking out from the other side of the sofa. She just got, like, booby grabbed by Alice. It's fine. Why was she missing a sock? Saki and Arasaka were sleeping in the kotatsu, so no problems there. I should probably put a blanket on her. It wasn't like I was curious as to what possibly lewd, disheveled state Club Prez was in. I am. Honest. Holding my heavy head, I tried to get out of bed. No.
いやー、ダメ。
But something pulled me back by my hand. Ah! After I collapsed on the bed, Alice hugged my head. I felt an incredibly soft sensation on my cheek through her clothes. To be honest, I had been wondering for a while now, but was Alice not wearing a bra? We've established no, she in fact does not wear a bra. Her breasts were so soft and smelled so good that I couldn't help but think that. My urge to escape quickly waned. Now she's just a happy, comfy drunk. No, Alice? She pushed her bouncy, soft breasts against me. They didn't stand out because of how big Club Prez was, but Alice's was quite large too. Stuck between the happy softness pressing against my cheek and the fear of what would happen if Saki saw this, my body froze completely. Could you imagine? Just, oh god, what if she sees? Alice peered at me. Wait. Oh god, Eureka, alcohol! That would have been me. I don't like alcohol. She reeks so much that I felt like I might get drunk and pass out again just from smelling her breath. Well, she drank a lot, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you, that's... Sulking, she hugged me even tighter. The softness and pressure around my face increased all at once. Wait, Alice, your breasts are touching me. That was like a duh. Don't just tilt your head! It's not that I dislike it. Rather than thinking of what to say, I instinctively answered almost immediately. There is the problem of possibly getting stabbed by Saki, or shot rather, but through her shirt I felt something slightly hard press against me. It goes without saying what it is. No, this wasn't good. Because of what had happened earlier, the fact that I was dizzy, and this situation on top of all that, I was ready for war in my pants. The thought crossed my mind that maybe I could just push her down like this right now. Why is he always thinks about it. He's like, I could just push her down right now. And it's like, no, stop. Rather, I already would have if it wasn't for everyone else there. Okay, face perfectly still. No, calm down, Alice. I don't mind, but is this okay? Your breasts, it's like I'm touching them. Honestly, I wanted to cling to them. Something to hold on to as the world spun around dizzily. He literally just has both hands on him, just grabbing for dear life. Still holding my head, Alice sank in a thought. I hoped she would calm down a little and let me go, but... Is it okay to be doing this? I'm okay too? Eh?
これでもスタイル結構自信あるんだけど。何？トールって小さいのじゃないとダメな人？
Do you prefer them yayoi sized or Keiko sized? No, that's not. If anything, big is great. Though, really, all boobs are great. It doesn't really matter what size you have. You got boobs, they're great. I like the way they drew in my eyes, but it wasn't that I dislike small ones either. I knew he was gonna say it.
じゃあさっきからなんで嫌がってるのかな?
I'm not upset. I'm just a little troubled. Alice tilted her head like she didn't understand why. This was bad. My jeans were getting tight. God damn, my penis!
そうか。なるほど。胸だけじゃ足りないと。
What do you mean? Wait, hold the hoozle. She understood! No, actually I would have preferred if she didn't notice. If Alice came onto me here, I wouldn't be able to hold back much longer, whether everyone else was asleep or not. Seemingly oblivious to my hopes and anxieties, Alice loosened her grip and looked at me with a yearning sparkle in her eyes. No, don't look at me with the yearning sparkle. Then a mischievous smile like she was having the time of her life, because she probably is because of the drunkenness. She moved her face close to mine and kissed me on the lips. Oh. Oh, God, you're like drunkenly, sloppily ass kissing me. Oh, God, just the smell of alcohol. She gave me a soft kiss by biting my lips with her lips. It was as though she was savoring the taste. Was this okay? I almost reached for her breast, but then Alice's saliva flowed into my mouth from her lips. It tasted like alcohol. Ugh. Why alcohol? What did she drink? Dude, you saw her drink. The inside of my mouth tingled, or tingled. I almost said tinged, with the taste of her saliva. I'd already knew she was completely drunk, but not good. Drinking such alcohol made my head. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Am I getting drunk from Am I getting drunk from saliva alcohol? This was bad. My body was growing numb. I am. The feeling in my fingertips grew faint, or were my fingers already numb and I was only starting to notice? I wanted to do various things, but I couldn't raise my arms very well. No, I wasn't satisfied at all. I wanted to say that, but my mouth wouldn't work right. Alice happily put her arms around me and hugged me. Unable to even hug her back, I closed my heavy eyelids again and let myself fade into unconsciousness, which is probably where maybe diddly might happen. I'll bet you. Watch. See? Shit's already there. I mean, we're going out, right? Like, it doesn't even matter about the smell anymore. Unless Dream Alice is like, look, there's so many things that you need to keep this. When I woke up, or rather when I finally realized that I had fallen asleep, I found myself in this room again. Watch. Here comes the penis. Ugh. The first thing I noticed was an all too familiar sweet aroma. By the time it occurred to me that I was in a bad situation, it was already too late. There it is. Oh. I mean... What'd I tell you? I told you. Penis. You got... I am the guru. Well, I'm leaving. I'll be back after I record this. Well, that was unsettling a little bit at the end there. We was like, you know, and we were like, no, Alice, we wouldn't just do the diddly in a dream if it was any other girl. I only want to do it because it's with you. And she said, is it really me? Question mark. And now we're here. Her voice and the look on her face sent a chill down my spine. Uh-oh. Who was this? Was this really Alice in the dream? Or was this a dream born of my frustrations? Actually, isn't that exactly why I gave into my lust? Because I knew it was just a dream. Uh-huh. I suddenly became painfully conscious of the fact that Alice still had my penis in her hand. Uh-oh. Why was her hand so cold? Had it always been this cold? Wee woo? And then ever so casually, oh, is she doing the penis thing? What? She pulled off my dick. Yup. Yup, she's doing the penis thing. You know, a long time ago, that's how we become a girl. She always pulls it off. They pulled it off differently this time. Well, there you go. Dude, what is Alice anymore? You know what? I'm getting out of here. I bet you everything's gonna be the same up until the hot spring scene, and that'll probably be different in some way, shape, and or form. See? Told you. It's always different. What an ordeal. Oh god, that means I have to censor. Because their boobs are gonna be like right here, and it's gonna block the text. And I'm gonna be real upset about it. I had moved away from the others and was now sitting up with my torso out of the water in order to cool off a bit. Though I was no longer submerged, thanks to everyone's persistent groping and squeezing, my breasts and nipples were strangely sensitive. Still a woman, by the way. Jeez, why did this happen? See, this part's always kind of like the same, but I put my arms on the edge and tried to lay on my head and on the edge of the bath as though it were a desk. But my breasts got in the way because, you know, they're ginormous. They hurt when they were almost smashed. Woo! Smushed. So it was pretty inconvenient for them to be so big. And not only was I the only one who wasn't happy, but because I had this body, Club Prez and the others couldn't leave me alone. Plus, I had a feeling that something wasn't right for a while now. You fucking think? So I wanted to keep my distance from the others. I had a feeling that if I left it alone, something bad might end up happening to everyone. But also, you don't intend to come out unless I'm alone, right? It was a presence that felt even more out of place than when Maya was around. It was the very person who was manipulating the dream, who I had met a few times before.
さーて、何のことかな?
Don't give me that shit. Oh my god, the fucking music. Alice approached me with a smile, or rather, someone who took on Alice's form. No need to play dumb. You may look like her, but I know you're not Alice. The corners of her mouth curled into a smile. I had seen that smile somewhere before. Why are you showing me such an incomprehensible dream? What's the point?
何のと言われると、多少予定は違ったけど、君のせいなんだけどね。
This is getting weird. We've been in weird territory, but now it's even weirder. What do you mean? It's always been alluded that this was a thing, so.
どうもこうもないよ。今回の君が誰か一人をきちんと選ばないからこうなってしまったんだよ。
Excuse me, princess. I feel like I picked someone just fine. I don't understand.
本当は分かってるんじゃないのかい?
God, even her voice, the way she's talking. This person giggling in front of me was definitely not Alice. Even though I was now a girl, Alice had still been embarrassed to be naked in front of me. So it was strange for her to be standing in front of me now, even without a towel.
君は女の子を好きになれない。そんな不安をいつも抱えているんじゃないのかな。
Yes. But hold the hoozle before we continue in this weird little state of affairs. We need to click this button, which is apparently taking forever to do things. And then we need to come over here to what the fuck? Whoa! Where's the thing? Oh my god, I'm getting old. Hold on. Wait. Nope. That's that. There we go. Yes, there we go. That'll help with the text boxes. The things I do for you guys, I swear to God. What are you saying? That's not true.
俺はあの子、マイヤにも言われるんじゃないのかな。お兄ちゃんは女の子を愛せるのって。
お！
昔のことをとやかく言う気はないんだ。だけど、 このままじゃいつまで経っても君はお友達の関係を続けかねない。
I thought I made my decisions just fine, thank you.
なのでこうしてちょっと揺らしてやろうと思っただけなんだけど。
The person in front of me looked a little troubled.
どうしてこうなったんだい？
That's what I want to know. Are you trying to say that I'm the one creating this dream? Uh-huh.
自覚がないのはいいことだね。
Her reply made it sound like I was the one doing it.
だけど言っておくけど、僕は君を女の子にしようなんて思わなかった。いっそもっとわかりやすい展開にする方が好みなんだけど。無意識なのかな。そんな介入を君が嫌がった。その結果がこの体なんじゃないのかい？
I don't know how true that is, but that means you are the source after all.
それは認めよう。ただそれで困ってるのも事実だ。言っておくけれど、僕は君たちの敵じゃない。いわばもっと頑張ってほしいのさ。
I mean, that's cool and all, but it was highly suspicious thing to say, but I didn't have any evidence to definitely decide if she was decide if she was lying. Plus, there was no reason for her to approach me like this when I hadn't done anything to disturb her. So what do you want?
お詫びにね、君を元通りにしてあげようと。
Well, what? She held out her arms as if she were a conductor.
僕が君を男にしてあげようって言っているんだ。おや、なんでそんなに警戒するのかな？
That means a whole lot of other things, too. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling about this. Why do you look like Alice in the first place?
あれ？せっかくお風呂なんだし、好みのタイプがいいかなと思ったんだけど。
What is this creature? She looked down at her body as if to see if there was anything wrong with it, but she didn't seem embarrassed at all. Even after I became a girl, Alice was still too embarrassed to let me see her naked. It's not nice to do it without her permission. Maybe it was good that I was a girl at the moment. Even though I should have been really glad to see Alice naked, I wasn't. And moreover, I wasn't brazen enough to be celebrating at this moment.
そうか、なるほど。確かにトールのお気に入りの姿だったら気分が悪いか。
Just a little bit. As soon as she said that, this person wearing Alice's form, oh no, raised her hand like me and Maya did and snapped her fingers. Oh, what? Why? It's Takahara-san? Man, I don't even know if you know what? Hold on, can I edit this in such a way that it could be a face zoom in and not a face zoom in? Because I feel like this has to be seen. Alice disappeared from in front of me, and all of a sudden I was being hugged by someone from behind. I mean, I got a penis now. You can't see it, but I feel like I have several complaints about this. Takahara-san, why? Wait, it's you, isn't it? Before I had time to wonder what was happening, my voice grew low and deep. Ha-ha!
そうですよ。あの子の姿が嫌みたいなので、折り合いをつけてみたんですが。
Unlike before, she was talking exactly like Takahara-san would.
無理やり、とりあえず男の子に戻してみたんですが、ここから本当に戻れるかどうかは内藤くん次第になりますね。
Wee woo. What do you mean? Up to me? And why are you pressing against me so much?
男の子を男にするって言えばわかるでしょ?
Oh no. Oh no, am I actually gonna have to do a full-on face zoom in? We're close to a full-on face zoom in, but she blew on the back of my neck. Oh no, 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 no. This can't be right.
どうして？夢ですよ。時々見ていたいやらしい夢じゃないですか。
Oh no. Oh no, she ran her hand over my body from behind.
もっとらしくした方がいいですか？それな
I'm gonna have to get out of here. I'm gonna have to wee-woo out of here, aren't
ら、
I?
内藤君、お嬢様にいやらしい気持ちを抱いてしまうのは仕方ありません。実際は兄弟でもないわけですから。
God, it's just unsettling. This is weird.
お嬢様が困らせてるのも分かっています。ですから。
Don't do it. Don't do things.
私では代わりになりませんか？お嬢様に手を出さないようにする代わり、こうしていつでも相手をしましょう。
First off, she would never say that in a million goddamn years. And secondly,
どうですか？不満でしょうか？
with her body still pressed against me, Takahara-san reached for my crotch. Hey, hey, hey! Hey! Aren't you being a little pushy?
そう
Oh.
言いながら、ここはこんなに大きくなっていますが。
No, no, stop the hoozling. Takahara-san said gently, and she's rubbing around the. Oh God, yeah, this is getting a little too much. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. No. Full diddly was had with Takahara-san. That's not Takahara-san, by the way. That was just what. I mean, wanted to make me into a man fully by reattaching my penis, and then I guess we can thank her for that. Whatever this thing is. But, shit, man. Man, I'm trying to keep as much in for you guys as I can, but fuck. It's hard. It's hard when shit keeps happening. Just then, there was the sound of like someone slamming a door loudly. Uh-oh. There wasn't a door like that here, but I definitely heard it. I don't know where it came from, but I heard a muffled voice calling from the other side.
どうやら邪魔が入ったみたいですね。
You can tell from her voice that we had just done diddly. She's still talking like Takahara-san, but it looked like she was done pretending to be her.
まったく邪魔をしない方が内藤君はきちんと男に戻って自分たちも助かるっていうのがわからないんでしょうか。
Now, do I count that as an Alice H scene? It was in her route, so think of what you've done to us until now.
それが私だって気づいてるでしょうか。
But it was true, I felt anxious about whether anyone else had noticed her presence.
まあここまですればさすがの内藤君も自分のことを思い出したでしょうし、女に戻ることもないでしょ。
Nope, no girl for me. ...
想像したことがあるでしょ。こうしたいと思わなかったなんて言わせません。これだって内藤君の望んだこと、その夢を選んだだけなんですから。
This is bullshit. Don't put this on me. Shut up! Yeah, she reached out to me, but I hit her hand away. Damn, seemingly unperturbed, this person disguised as Takahara-san gave me a calm smile.
それじゃあ内藤君、良い夢を。また不甲斐ないところを見せたら襲いに来ますよ。
That is super wee-woo. She ran her hands along my face as if holding it. This is strange. And gave me a light kiss. Then she covered my eyes. I tried to say something, but no sound came from my mouth. All that spilled out was air. Bruh. Bruh. I'm done. Oh no. Oh no, are we alive? Are we good? Do I have to do, no, okay. Next thing I knew, Alice was shaking me awake. Alice? Actual Alice? Yeah, I was still a little dizzy. Something that had forcibly made its way into me in that dream hadn't completely left me yet. And to see, with this, I just put the sakura petals right here and not even give a shit. Because it's my text. I'm already reading that. Her text is gonna be like up here or something.
よかった。なんとか連れ戻せた。
See? We're good. Alice gave a sigh of relief, and that's when I realized. My body had turned back into a man's, but Alice's body was a woman's. Plus, we weren't wearing anything. Alice must have realized that too. Alice,
また変な夢でも見せられた？同じようにうなされてたから起こしに来たんだけど。
I mean, something like that. Yep. Something like that. In case you haven't noticed, I've turned back into a guy.
わかってる。だって倒れてた時にはもう男の人に戻ってたし。だけどまたうなされてるし、変な気配はしてたし、ほっとけなかったんだから仕方ないでしょ。
Alice moved away from me and covered her chest with her hands. But because of how big they were, she was really only hiding the crucial parts. The pervert in me wanted to keep looking, but my head was so heavy, like there was some kind of jelly weighing it down, so I couldn't worry about that. It was probably because of that I easily accepted my current situation. Or maybe my head was tired from having an erotic dream. I slowly sat up and then stopped. Alice peered at me, looking worried.
大丈夫？何があったの？
Well, let me tell you. I started to speak but froze. I had a dream about having diddly with Takahara-san. But even though lots of more important things had happened before that, I couldn't remember them. Damn it! Damn it! I couldn't tell what kind of expression I was making. But Alice didn't rush me. She just gave me a serious look.
何かあったんだ。
Something. After all, I turned back into a guy, but what happened? I couldn't remember at all. I couldn't remember, but I had to pull myself together. I knew that much. I can't go on like this, or I might get swept along again. I barely managed to stop myself several times around Alice. If I made one wrong move, I might have pushed her down and assaulted her at some point. Jesus. That's the sort of thing that happened a lot recently. At this rate, I would eventually make a mistake. I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want Alice to have to go through that. I don't remember, but Alice nodded next to me. I'll do something, so this doesn't happen again. It didn't matter if I hadn't been expecting it. If I didn't do something, then I would end up making a mistake. I couldn't let that happen.
無理しちゃダメだよ。
Alice gently took my hand. The feel of her hand almost made me remember something, but no!
一人で抱え込んじゃダメなんだから。また返り討ちに遭っちゃうよ。
Alice was really worried about me. Thanks to that, I was able to calm down, but that also meant that I remembered our current predicament. Alice?
何？
Alice must not have been thinking about it at all. She tilted her head, causing her hair to move out of the way, revealing everything. I could see your boobs. I'd like to think that was the most succinct but gentlemanly way I could have gotten the point across. Alice's face went bright red just as her fist made contact with my face. Yup. Bruh! I'm losing my mind. I'm lost it. It's already done. I've lost my damn marbles. Don't we have a little scene after this? You know what? I'm saving that for next time. I got editing to do with this one. Whew. I don't even know how I'm gonna... There's so much shit, dude. So much shit. Oh, I'm getting out of here. I can't. We'll be back. Now that we're past all that stuff, we're gonna get into all new territory, because now at this point is when the routes actually start 100%. So I'll see you guys next time. Oh god.